Panther.
All right.
Great.
That's fine.
Hell yeah.
All right.
There we go. And that's our reverse Steel
Studio
Panther in
mics.
studio.
So I can play my little intro.
He muted it, so.
This is Appetite for Distortion.
And welcome to the podcast, Appetite for Distortion. It is Brando episode, I think 147. I always get confused where I'm at.
Don't look at me, bro. I have no
Styles
idea.
back on the show.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, Sticks and Lexi.
This is Styx
Yeah,
from
this is
Steel
Lexi.
Panther. Do you ever consider doing a Star Wars Guns N' Roses themed podcast and call it Brando Calrissian? It's pretty cool.
I can't get the thought out of my head until I say it. I've never seen Star Wars.
What?
What you?
I'm gonna let's just take that.
And you're like a
Let's start this
self-proclaimed nerd.
Let's start this whole thing over.
I don't know how I feel about you now.
I've seen Spaceballs like 100 times.
So
Okay.
it's a different movie. I can't believe you've seen Spaceballs and not Star Wars.
I feel like I've seen it throughout the years. I don't know. It's like a thing like a virgin would say. It just never happened. I'm saying that about Star Wars. It just
Yeah.
never happened.
Have you seen Jaws?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
Okay,
I've seen
but
it.
Well, it's
Have you
nothing
ever-
like that.
I'm more of a horror genre.
Have you ever seen
Okay.
Empire Strikes? None of it.
None.
You can't just jump in.
I mean, you should tell them, since we're on the topic of movies, you're the theme of your full sleeve tattoo. I mean, it's.
Oh, Never-Ending Story. I was more of a see. I can't pull it all.
Okay,
You ever see the
I
Never-Ending
get it.
Story?
I
That's
get
never
that. I get that. But I'm just saying.
Well, I knew who Brandon
Frazier?
Calrissian was or is.
Oh, it's Lando Calrissian.
And,
Play on the Brando.
He's smart.
Thanks.
Smart.
Thank you.
This is off.
Well,
Dude,
look. Let's
rocky
just.
start.
We won't. No, it's not a rocky start. It's a
Rockin'.
Good, oh, rockin'. I thought you said Rocky.
No,
I
no.
feel
Have you
like
seen
it's a
Rocky?
killer start.
I've seen Rocky.
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
Which is your favorite one?
Probably the first one.
Right answer.
Yeah.
Good
That's
job.
the iconic one.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Drago.
No.
Number 4,
Yeah.
but the first one you gotta
It should have been a Rocky 3D.
Ooh.
go. 3D,
Yeah.
Like
Just
Pir-
like Jaws and Star. Well, you wouldn't have to. Well,
like Piranha 3D. And
Piranha
all
was
that.
badass. That's kind of cool.
See, I've seen all the bad 80s horror movies.
Yeah.
Those I've seen.
I would like to be there when you watch Star Wars for the first time.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Dude, Facebook Live of you watching Star
We can
Wars.
do what is it? Mystery Science Theater 2000.
Let's
With
do
That's
it.
Panther.
fantastic. That'd be a fun thing.
That'd be cool. I'm down. We're gonna make it happen.
I'm curious because I like the organic just conversation how it starts. Are you like big horror guys at all? Because
He's a big horror guy.
Yeah.
We,
Yeah.
especially on touring, we can't get. He literally runs out of cash.
He said He said horror.
Okay, I thought we were jumping into a different topic.
No,
I
no.
thought you guys go back to what I.
I'll tell you what. I enjoy horror films, but not. I don't think as much as you. I don't think I'm like a huge horror film guy.
okay.
I like Star Wars. I like The Matrix. I like the science fiction-y shit.
Okay.
You know,
Any
and I like hardcore porn.
any of the Rob Zombie films?
I haven't seen them.
He's got a new one that just came out. If I'm
Yep.
not mistaken.
And Sid Haig, who did he just passed away.
He just passed away.
Yeah.
I do know that.
'Cause I know there's a mix between horror and rock, so I just wanted to see maybe.
Which it's really cool, you know, with Rob and Sherry because you know we did do their birthday party a long time ago. Rob really digs what we do, and obviously we dig what he does. So that was a really cool collaboration
Cool.
on what he digs, you know, how he digs what we do. And I've been a fan of his movies. Well, the ones that I've seen, the ones that a bunch of great, you know, Posehn was in a couple of them. Did you know
Brian
that?
Posehn?
Yeah, he was great, and we worked with him as well. But it was really cool to see what a really cool guy and a great team that those two are together, and how they celebrate metal no matter what stage or form it is.
I could be showing some ignorance of the whole catalog. Has Rob ever jumped on a track with you?
No, he has not. But like Lexi was saying, his wife, he had us play his wife's birthday party many years ago at the Key Club, and he was a really fucking nice guy.
Really, really
Both
sweetheart.
he and his wife were really cool. He has not jammed on a record with us, but I know he's seen us.
It
several
would
times.
make sense. I mean, because that first album when it came out, I remember being like, "Holy fuck, they have Corey Taylor on this album!"
Right.
Like, you guys got some huge collaborations out of the gate.
You know, we did.
Mad
we had-
Shadows. We had that was a big deal as
We
well
had-
for us.
We had those relationships from our regular weekly show
Right.
in Hollywood, and Rob. It wasn't like we went, "Hey, we should get Rob Zombie." No, it was. It just
Never happened.
It never happened, and it wasn't like we reached out. I think we got Corey, we got Scott, Scott Ian, we got M Shadows, and
Justin Hawkins, we got.
yeah,
some of
and
the
so that was like
Wow.
that seemed like a lot. And then as we have gone on, I would love to use this time to throw out to Rob Zombie. Let's do something. You know, it'd
That'd be
fucking
sick.
Cool.
Hell yeah. And by when you say that they saw your show prior to that first album, that was the days of Metal School, which I knew about because Brando and I actually a while ago interviewed Stevie Rochelle, and I remember Metal Sludge was always on top of what you were doing as Metal
Yeah.
School, and I remember those early videos where people like Kelly Clarkson would show up to shows and get right on stage with you guys.
She has a TV show now,
Yeah.
and I want to be on it. And I want to do a cooking segment on Kelly Clarkson's show. Cooking with Steel Panther on Kelly Clarkson's show.
That's a fantastic idea.
That
It's got a great ring to it too.
Doesn't it? It fucking like flows, right? But yes, our weekly show in Hollywood we did for 13 and a half years, I think.
Wow.
Every Monday, sold out every Monday. People who would be in LA for tours, for doing movies, all these actors and musicians and celebrities and sports figures would come and they would get up on stage with us and jam. And it was like this fucking really weird point in time where the planets aligned and we were there and they would all come and it spread, like the word spread, and they knew that that's where you went.
Like
you know?
my herpes, which by the way it's a big deal that it finally went away. I went to the doctor before I did this tour.
Congratulations on
I
that.
appreciate it very
Mazel
much.
tov.
Right on the top, right on the right where the hair grows out. Well, I'm starting to grow it out now. Now I can trim it back now because the herpes has started to fade
He's
away.
getting
so
layers.
Yeah,
Cut
yeah.
into his pubic
And
hair.
it's getting worse and worse. Those sons of bitches. But again, there is Valtrex, and then that's just thank baby Jesus for the Valtrex.
Do you worry about putting that out there for the future groupies?
Putting
No.
what out there? No,
No.
that's why. I
Putting
covered
the
up with
herpes
hair.
out there.
No, that's why I covered up with the hair.
Gotcha.
He
Okay.
doesn't, no. And I'll tell you what, there's going to be girls that'll be like, fuck it, let's gamble.
You know,
Well, they've had herpes
Yeah.
since like the late '80s,
Well, they've
so
either had herpes or they're willing to chance it.
What's cool about this band is we share our
Medical history?
SUVs, our
STD.
STDs, and it doesn't. We travel together. It's almost like when like back in when the Bengals or Bananarama, one of those girl bands, they always had their cycles together. You know what I'm saying? Like they would all bleed at the same time. They couldn't go swimming in the ocean. That's for damn sure. But I would say with us, we travel as much as bringing back metal for real. Our outbreaks will become the same at the same time too. So we have a rock doc that just comes on the bus and helps us out depending on where we are with our with whatever breakout we're having.
You guys know about rock docs, right?
What, in general? Or
Rock doctors?
rock doctors?
Yeah.
Now I want to know what you
I
mean
know
by
you
rock doctors.
So
Keep
I
the
didn't
definition.
know, like when you're a teenager, you don't know about these things, but you have fantasies. If you're me, about playing to 100,000 people.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be a fucking drummer in a rock and roll band, which, having been able to accomplish some of those goals, is fucking amazing. We could talk about that shit later. But what you don't know when you're 15 is that if your herpes flares up or your tip drips on the road, I'm not kidding.
Your tippy's drippy.
There are a handful of doctors in the country that you can call, and you're like, dude, and they know your band, and they know you.
It's like the Wolf. You've seen Pulp Fiction, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
shit,
fucking
you call the Wolf?
and they
That's all you got to say.
they handle shit for you,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you just go, oh, okay, I'm gonna go to my nearest Walgreens and get my fucking medicine.
Exactly. Well, who'd you call? I called the Wolf. Oh.
who are like their biggest customers outside of Steel Panther?
You're supposed to keep that on the DL.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think,
That's what it's about.
I think that there's a kind of
I think it's a
you know,
HIPAA law violation.
it might be.
It is
It
HIPAA
might
law.
be. I can tell you that Steel Panther are good customers.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume the members of Motley Crue have to have had
Well,
this
you know,
service at some time.
I've read that, and I've heard that they had, doctors come by, give them a shot before, like their wives would come to the shows or something. That's folklore. I don't know.
Purely speculation.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's pretty cool service.
Yeah, there's way boring ways to do it, like put a condom on, or there's really kind of
Put a
out there
condom on.
ways.
You're
That's
crazy.
I'm just being silly. I'm just being goofy right now.
Right.
It's just a joke.
Or it's just a joke.
Are we
there's
getting
a rock dog.
Are we getting a sneak peek of the next album cover? Are we gonna have like some pubic lice on the next album cover?
Oh.
The pubic lice incident? Anything like that?
That's kind of like the spaghetti incident. I
See
see.
what I did?
It's all coming together. That's why we're here.
I don't know what our next album is going to be, but I can tell you that this new album, that was a killer lead way.
That's what I do.
Great
You're
segue.
fucking good, Brando.
That's what I don't get paid for.
Well, you deserve it. No, our new record, Heavy Metal Rules. The cover in particular is one of my favorites that we have because it's just a cover full of bitch and shit.
Yeah, you can either love metal a lot, or you're like a 15-year-old kid that just goes, "This is my fantasy." Right?
Yeah.
Guitars, bombs,
Guitars,
yeah.
chicks,
Yeah, right.
fireworks, swords.
You're right, exactly.
Panther.
It's the best cover.
It's we are very excited about this fucking record.
Heavy Metal Rules.
Heavy Metal Rules.
I wish I could have been there last night at the record release party, but I had to do some radio job that I was paid for that I didn't care about.
I understand.
So how was it? How was the release party? How'd it go?
It was fantastic. It was something we've never done, which was we had a Q&A with Jim Florentine.
Oh,
That's
okay.
sick.
So
Former guest of the show, sure, met that metal show.
oh yes, he came down. He kind of moderated. He asked us questions on behalf of our fans, and we were on 4 stools, 4 microphones, and we just had a fucking hang, and we had a chat. We didn't play.
No, okay.
But it was different. We wanted to do something a little bit different because we play. I mean, that's what we do. And to give our fans who wanted to come down an experience that was unique was the goal, and I think we did it. And then we premiered a new video for a song called "Fuck Everybody."
Yeah. Can we say fuck on here?
Hell yeah.
I think we're
Fuck
past
yeah.
that.
I think we are fucking
Yeah.
past that. Fuck.
Yeah, that's
more now. I'm gonna get all my fucks that I didn't do in the beginning of the show out as we
That's
go. You'll
kind of
see.
like nailing a girl, and then after you come, going, "It's cool to not wear a condom, right?"
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
But see, I'm learning shit every day, so fuck.
Ha-
There's
Beauty
another
about
one.
podcasting, though.
Good job.
That's the beauty about podcasting. It doesn't matter.
I love it, man, and I'm happy for you that your podcast is getting traction and fucking doing well.
And thanks so much for seeing us, having us here, and promoting the record while we're here in beautiful New York City. It's a gorgeous day.
Absolutely.
It is. It doesn't feel like the first day of autumn, or was it yesterday the first day of autumn? I don't know.
Who the fuck is
cares?
Autumn?
She dances at the fucking.
Fuck, I bet she doesn't get
dances
the
down to
cinnamon and
wrinkles.
Portia.
Very quick. Very good on that. So, but I guess to make the comparison, how podcasting gives you a different listening experience. What you did last night was a different experience. It's like a Comic-Con, I would like to think. 'Cause
Yeah,
people can still see you live because you're going to continue performing.
Yeah.
But that's such a unique experience. Should more bands do that to ask questions?
I think it's fucking cool. I don't know that there's a lot of. Here's the thing: there's a lot of guys in bands that are not engaging and not entertaining when they're not rocking.
Right.
I mean, they're just it's like humans. There's some people that are fucking exciting to talk to, and there's some people that are like fucking talking to this table, and some of those guys are in bands.
Very
So
true.
It might not be super exciting, and you might kind of get the, that bullshit.
Mhm.
But I know that in our band, every single guy in this band is gonna have something to offer.
You know, too. It's like
Not interrupt you when you're talking.
Yeah, it's like having animals too. Like you get a fucking cat going, dude, I'm gonna get a bitch and kick-ass cat. It doesn't do dick. And then you get a cat that just loves and cuddles and huddles and bounces around and talks to you and does cool shit like that. You don't know what you're gonna fucking get when you go to a pet store, but you know what you're getting when you come here. I didn't mean to cut you off, Stace, but I just had to give a better example.
How do you guys keep it fresh all these years later? I mean, we were talking before you started. The first album was what, nine years ago? We were
11.
saying 11
About
fucking
11
years ago. I
years.
mean, how do you guys keep it going?
I don't know the answer to that. Well, there's certainly drugs help because they, make you feel different. But I think the bottom line is we love being in this band. We fucking dig it. And nobody wakes up and goes, oh shit, I gotta go to work.
Right.
You don't
Yeah.
do that in this band, and we all feel lucky to fucking that people like it. And these are my brothers. These are we're actually super fucking tight. It's not bullshit. It's not fronted. It's not fake. It's for real. And I think that makes it easy. And it's funny because sometimes we'll get in a minivan and drive, right? Like when we land at JFK and we go do a video shoot on Long Island, we fucking get in a minivan. We don't fucking take we don't have a driver in a fucking car because we're fucking old school and we keep it real.
And you just take the mystery machine.
And
and
we're
just-
fucking old.
Basically, yeah. So we get in that fucking thing and it's just us four. No cameras, no Facebook Live, no bullshit, no nothing. And we do the same shit that we did last night on the stools. Like we talk with each other and we go into fucking, rip fests and it's fun.
Would you rather?
Yeah, we play Would You Rather. Like, we do all the same shit that you do with your homies. We do. But we get to do it on a platform where people get to see us and check out our dicks and spandex.
Did you expect it to go this far, though? Because I think when people saw Death to All But Metal, which went fucking viral, people were like, that was badass, amazing, great cameos in the video. Is this going to be just a flash in the pan, though? You know what I mean?
You want to answer?
Cameo wasn't in the video. We had.
Sarah Silverman.
Word up.
And Brian Posehn directed that video, but there was no cameo.
And was it Tony Katane on the desk? Who was it on the desk?
Oh, no, that was a...
It was? Okay. I don't know. Okay.
Could have been Tony. She had beautiful red hair.
You'd love
Yeah, that's why I was thinking
I
it.
fucking love that girl. I can't remember her name.
I forgot her name too.
He should remember it.
Because you're bringing back a genre that we are a little young to have fully experienced. I just turned 36. What are you? You're
33.
Yeah, 33.
Oh, you guys are like babies.
Yeah, kids.
I guess. I mean, I'm plucking gray hairs out of my beard, so I guess that counts. So that, like Ian just said, it could have been just that one viral video, like what a lot of people are now. It could be like an actual real band that come out with one video, one song, and that's it.
Right.
Which is basically every other genre other than rock.
Right.
These bands with an expiration date. But you've been so successful. Is it because you're bringing that attitude out and you're being organic? Like, you said you couldn't answer it before, but why is it? How is it still continuing? You're still, flying that heavy metal flag.
I think it comes. I'm sorry.
No, hi, go ahead.
I think that I did do it, and I apologize.
I talk too much. It's fine.
I think that it's our ability to write actual good fucking songs, and because if we didn't have good songs, people you would have written it off, and you would have gone, oh, that's that band. They have that look, and they said all the fucks and dicks and pussies. But the songs are really what carries this thing, and then we're like, if the songs are the cake, we're the fucking frosting. And I think all together, it's something that people you don't get to say the things that we say in this time. And
Yeah, absolutely, because that's what I was gonna. I think
we've been grandfathered in because we've been saying it the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
It's gotten sensitive, and we just kept fucking going, and we never changed. And I think that most people are like, oh, well, that's Steel Panther. That's what they do.
Mm.
There are people that can't stand it, and I understand that. I get it. But for the most part, people go, we get a pass because we've been fucking consistent.
Too, with in all forms of music, it's cool to go and have certain artists come up and see what we do, and they're so jealous. You get like a Dirge Bentley or whatever that warms up to our songs before that because we do shit that they can't do. Yeah. So that's really cool, and then the shit that they go they dig, they wish they could. They use different words, but we just say fuck, dick, pussy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that same thing though with the timing because I feel like Death to All But Metal went viral at the perfect time because if Death to All But Metal came out in 2019, people would be outraged.
They would have shut it. They would have shut it down immediately. But we did it. I agree. We did it at a time where it was like we just kind of squeaked in under the thing, and now it's like, we can have a song.
That was your lip gloss.
It was, sorry.
We can have a song called "Fuck Everybody" for real, and and people just go, well, that's Steel Panther. That's what they do. If you don't like, even if they don't like it, they go, that's what they do. You can't fucking fight it.
Is it harder to be shocking in 2019 though?
No, it's actually, we've been doing the same shit. I just think everyone's getting more sensitive. So for us, there's no change. We're not trying to be shocking. I just think that the light is brighter on shit that's fucking, more harsh. But we've been saying fuck everybody and heavy metal rules and suck our dicks and all those things, which we really mean. But we just say it really direct, and
we put it to song.
We put it to song, and Steel Panther's that place that you can come, fucking not worry about being politically correct.
I thought you were going to stop the sentence.
Me too.
The place where you can come.
You can
and
come.
That was going to be the end of the sentence.
Well, you certainly can do that too.
I've been catching on. Even though you have your brothers in arms and eyeliner, do you feel maybe alone out there? Because we were talking off the air a little bit about it. Tom Kiefer, of course, formerly from Cinderella, just came out, and he's not the only one that doesn't like the term hair metal. And Ian and I, we talked to each other.
He was one of the best hair metal bands
we
ever.
love hair metal. Why is that a negative thing?
His
Shouldn't
favorite
they
bands
embrace
ever
it?
is Cinderella.
Did he say, I don't like the term, or I don't like the form of music?
No, it's the term.
The term.
Oh, the term.
Which is the same thing as we were saying before that Eddie Trunk says, oh, that's a term they used to make fun of those bands. But it's fun fucking music,
To me, I don't care what you call it. If you listen to it, that's what's important. Like, you can call it hair metal, you can call it butt rock. You can, I've heard all the terms. And to me, the term, they're getting hung up on the wrong shit. That doesn't matter. I'm shocked that made a headline. And for Eddie Trunk to be offended by the term hair metal, it's like, dude, do you like the fucking music? Who cares what they call it? Just enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree, Sticks.
It's not like a derogatory term.
No.
And I'm like, I'll just have to use myself as an example, not to offend anybody else. But if I just call myself a stupid Jew, I'm allowed to say that. But if it's not, you can say that in a derogatory way, or I can say, Ian, that we're both Jewish. Like, oh, you're being silly Jew over there. It's not that offensive.
Yeah.
But it's not like a bad term,
It's
unless you
not-
use it that way, I guess.
But even,
If I left here going, Sticks, did you? Yeah, I can't even say it.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys. Can you believe those two?
But it's not
You guys have
on
said
that
far
level.
worse. Who gives a fuck?
It's far worse.
And I'm using the low rung of
Right.
PC terms because
Of
even I'm
course.
afraid to say it. But hair metal is not up there with the N word.
No, you can say hair metal while we're here, but you just can't say it while we're gone.
I know.
You can say hair metal. If you can go on a subway and scream hair metal and no one hits you in the mouth,
There you go.
it's not a bad term.
I have a question to bring it back to the genre of this podcast, and it's something Brando and I have discussed. Is Guns N' Roses a hair metal band?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Because a lot of people feel like they've transcended the genre in some way, but if you
Yeah.
look at those early videos,
Well,
they
for
dressed
Welcome
like
to
you
the Jungle,
guys.
he had
Yeah.
his hip too.
At a certain point,